Hi, I want to continue to share. This piece that I have in front of me is about a conviction when I was actually looking out as I was sitting in prison. And it says like this. I was looking out through a small window, and as I stood by, I had a clear view. No doubt in my mind that I wanted to gain back my freedom, where I acknowledged that I had to get right and get well. I was definitely at that point, tired of walking through the gates of hell and ending in places like jail, institutions, and prison. Or because every time I was tested, I failed. It always came at me well dressed and full of beauty, and I couldn't tell until I was sitting in a holding cell. It was when I was able to see the light that was coming in and the train on the railroad track that was passing by at full speed and every bird that was flying up high within the wind. There was no doubt. I believed I was being uplifted, and I knew I had to embrace it. It came at me with a special purpose. There was no time to waste, although at the same time I felt the conviction. While many were sitting around the table playing chess and others playing dominoes, cash and rack, I was going through a reality check, and I couldn't ignore it. It took me there. My eyes were open. I can hear the noise getting loud and many talking. I was being repaired. I had a soul that was dark and a heart that was broken, but I still focused. As I stood by, looking out the small window, I can see the snow coming down. It was definitely a reflection of how I was falling on lost ground, like every fallen angel that was cast down, hitting bottom. The same way I felt like the bottle that was tossed into the water with a message within, and still drawn in by the weight of the sea, instead holding on to grace but losing glory. I knew I had family praying for me and others feeling sorry. I had to acknowledge that my hands and my feet were looking dirty. I was no longer living clean or being pure. I was gone within the wind that was blowing. I'm talking about a mind of a storm being a cord to a dark soul and carrying thought that were ice cold and being caught out like the snow that will melt on the side of the road in the mix of dirty water, ending in dry corner, going through some hard time, but still learning of who had my back and who was there for me. I was able to see it all. The small window gave me full vision where I saw every small and big cloud moving away. I felt it in my spirit. I knew I would be living some better days when the sunshine came into play and the snow cloud made a way. It was crystal clear, I would say, for the first time in years. My soul felt safe and my heart was blessed to see a bright day. It made me fully aware of every mistake I made and the exchange of freedom for playing the game. The small window was a perfect frame. It was all wisdom I gained and a message of hope for those that believe and pray for change. As I stood by the small window. Thank you.